G'day ladies and germs, Conor here from C-Dubs Media, back with another video. And today we're doing street photography with the Canon R6 Mark II and the RF Nifty 50. So something a little bit different for the channel, but something I really enjoyed doing. So have a seat, watch the video, tell me what you think of the pics and the video clips, all recorded with the R6 Mark II. Now, I just got to say, the reason I'm doing something different is I've been chasing my tail for about 5 years now, doing tech reviews on YouTube and pretty much getting nowhere with it. Getting a bit disheartened with it all. So I've decided to chasing a few of my own enjoyments and putting them on camera for you. Let's see what comes of it. Because chasing that YouTube view is killer. Now today I set out, and typically when I go out to do street photography, I try and minimize it and I try and take one lens only so that I'm not like chopping and changing all the time, and I generally will take a bit of a wide angle zoom lens, but today I just stuck with the Nifty 50. Now admittedly I took the Canon RF 24-70 f2.8 along for shooting video with, and a couple of times I put it on for taking photos because if it's there, I'm going to use it, which is why I try and really go minimal. Now, I started off the day down at Eagle Street on the pier, and I took a few photos of the river and just really getting warmed up. Getting some nice shots here, and I found this theme kept reoccurring, or this one subject just kept catching my eye. And none of these photos of the Story Bridge are that amazing, but it just kept sticking up and saying, please take a photo of me. And that's why you have these shots here of that. And then as I walked from there, I walked up through to Fortitude Valley and was just taking a few what I like to call happy snaps, where, you know, anyone can pretty much take these. You just get some amazing detail with a camera like the Canon R6 Mark II. I mean, it's 24 megapixels, but the sensor in here, the stabilization, the detail you get out of your photos is truly amazing. Now, once I got into Chinatown, I came across this club called the Prohibition, and the police with the words Prohibition. So that looked pretty cool. And then this is a day, it was like 40 freaking degrees almost on this day. I'm out walking around sweating it up. So I stopped in this little alleyway in Chinatown and took a couple of photos from within the alleyway and a couple more photos from around the Chinatown Mall. And they turned out pretty good as well. I was happy with them. And then I made my way from there towards Brisbane City. As I was walking, I went through this little parkway, and there was about 10 or 15 drunks there, so I didn't really waste any time. But I did take some photos of these marigold flowers. I really do love the bokeh that kicks up out of this, and then just those Canon colors that people talk about, you can really see here in these photos of the flowers. By the time I got to the city, it was time to sit down and have some lunch. So what did I eat for lunch, you might ask? Carrot cake and coffee, probably the most nutritious lunch I've had in a while. That carrot really is the nutritious part of it. But I sat down and just took some time to scroll through my photos and plan where I was going to go to next. And took a few clips while I was there and a few photos of the cake. And again, the detail that you get from this camera, like you can see from these carrot cake photos, and just a couple more random shots from within the coffee shop. Now today I did notice myself taking a lot of shots with foregrounds, and sometimes I don't do that when I'm doing street photography. I'm just looking for that amazing subject that's walking by or driving by or something like that. But I did decide to try and use a few photos with foreground, sort of giving me a bit of depth to my photos, which was fun to do, and here's some examples of that. But also, I often look for, you know, pairs of things. So if I see two people wearing the same colors, or two people wearing acting a certain way or eating the same thing. I really do enjoy that. I also look for really cool colors, and I look for really cool textures. As you can see by these couple of images here of these tree roots growing down this rock wall, most of the video that I filmed in this video was filmed on the 24-70. That's an amazing lens, 2.8 right the way through of the zoom lens, and it just gives really amazing video and photos. Then I worked my way down into the botanical gardens next to the Brisbane River, and I came across this fountain that was erected in 1867 so that the people that went and hung out there could actually enjoy a bit of a refreshment and some water while they were out and about. And guess what? It doesn't work. 40 freaking degrees, it doesn't work. But it was a cool fountain, and here's a couple of cool photos that I took of it. Now, after a little while of all this walking, my feet were getting pretty sore. I just bought some new Dunlop volleys. Shout out to the Dunlop Volley Company. If you like Dunlop volleys, then you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, these are brand new. They're starting to hurt my feet, so I jumped on one of these crazy little scooters and headed across to South Bank, where there was some live music playing, free music, which is always nice. Got to do that. Shot a bit of a time lapse here, which you can see, which is nothing too special. Then the sun started to drop. And Brisbane is really unique, is that the sun sets and the light hits the city. And if you stand on the southern side of the river, you can look at the city and all the lights of the bridge and everything light up. And I think it's one of the most photographed spots of Brisbane. It's truly a beautiful spot to sit and take in the sunset. Now, these images were taken at like 1/6 of a second handheld. That's how good the IBIS is in these cameras, and with the stabilization in the lenses as well. It is just top of the class. I mean, it's really hard to get cameras at this price point with this sort of stabilization. Man, I love taking these photos, and you can have a look at them for yourself and tell me what you think. And the video as well is just truly, like, it just looks amazing. This video is unedited, what you're looking at now, straight out of camera. But I had a lot of fun just going out and doing this photography and just concentrating on what I really love, and that's, you know, creating a bit of art through photography. And now these aren't National Geographic style photos. These are, you know, street photography photos for the most part. And I was really impressed with the quality that comes out of the camera. This Canon RF lens, Nifty 50, it's absolutely amazing. Look, links down below if you want to pick it up. It's been known throughout time as one of the great lenses, and it's generally associated with portraits, but it is also a good focal length for street photography. Now, talking about good focal lengths, I've just picked up the Canon RF 35mm lens. Now, it's known as a macro lens, or it's marketed as a macro lens, but I'm going to be doing street photography with this one in Manila. So make sure you tune in to watch the next videos that are coming up. It's the Canon R6 Mark II street photography little bundle of videos that I'm going to be doing. Now, this is not sponsored in any way. This is just my love of the art of photography, and also my love of the gear that I have for it. Just so much fun, just creating and capturing moments, whether it's on video or photo. Really awesome. So now hit the like button and the subscribe button if you can, or if you want to. Give the video a thumbs up. That's probably a really good message to YouTube that it was a nice video to watch. I didn't really care. Any trolls, you know where to go. Don't bother leaving comments because I'll just delete them. But everyone else, thank you so much for coming, watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next video. Chaka!